The head of FEMA is set to testify to lawmakers this afternoon about the agency's response to recent disasters like Hurricanes Helene and Hurricane Milton. Lawmakers will likely press FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell about claims of political bias within the agency after FEMA workers were allegedly directed to avoid helping some Florida Trump supporters. NewsNation's Tom Dempsey is live for us on Capitol Hill ahead of these hearings today. Tom, House Republicans have been demanding answers from the FEMA director since these claims surfaced. Will they get them today, you think?
Well, for sure, I think we're going to see some very tough questioning from against the FEMA head administrator, who's going to be here on Capitol Hill in just a few hours. This tough questioning likely to come from House Republicans after reports surfaced, like you said, of a FEMA employee telling a survivor assistance team to skip homes with Donald Trump signs. FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell will be taking part in two different hearings on Capitol Hill later today, with Republicans really wanting answers about this. According to the Daily Wire, at least 20 homes with Trump signs were skipped in Lake Placid, Florida after Hurricane Milton. FEMA terminated the employee responsible, and Criswell called what happened, quote, reprehensible. That employee, Markie Martin, telling NewsNation's Dan Abrams she's a scapegoat and not everything is how it appears.
So to be clear, you are agreeing that there was a directive to skip certain homes with pro-Trump signs, correct?
Correct. And that's due to political hostile encounters. And unfortunately, when we run a community trend of what's happening in the field, we take in all levels of observation. It just so happened that, unfortunately, most of the hostile encounters, those running trends did have those campaign signs.
Now, these hearings all come today as FEMA faces a possible shortfall of billions of dollars this fiscal year. President Joe Biden has pitched a $100 billion plan to address those needs. Hurricanes Milton and Helene killed hundreds of people and caused billions of dollars in damage across multiple states. With this aid request, money would go towards things like building homes and reopening schools and roads, as well as supporting farmers and ranchers impacted by disasters. In a statement, FEMA's administrator said, quote, these storms were incredibly large and spending on the first month post-landfall for each storm outpaced nearly all disasters that we have responded for over the last 20 years. This $100 billion package also addresses other disasters as well, including the Maui wildfires from last year, the Baltimore bridge collapse from this past March, and devastation from tornadoes in the Midwest this past spring. One date to keep in mind, December 20th. That's the deadline the federal government faces to find an agreement on federal spending to avoid a government shutdown. And this massive aid package for FEMA could be tied back into that. But a lot of people are going to be watching these hearings today, and they kick off at 10 a.m. Eastern time right here on Capitol Hill, Markie.
Yeah, eager to see what is said and what is shared there. Tom Dempsey, thank you so much. And we will be hearing more from Markie Martin and what she told NewsNation's Dan Abrams, what answers she needs from the FEMA administrator today when she watches as well.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.